Hey, pull up, all of you. All of you. First off, my guys, welcome to the party. If you had me before, you're probably gonna hear this again in some kind of way over the years. Defensively, we're treating it like it's 2K and using that right analog stick. Meaning, our hands are gonna be off and we're gonna move our feet as often as possible. If you gotta be a good teammate and ask for help, so be it. We're gonna contest as many shots with 2 hands as possible. Does that make sense? Perfect. Big point of emphasis, that arm bar we like to have. Up the sideline, on the baseline when we're attacking the basket. We'll give you about 2 dribbles, 3 dribbles max depending on the situation to start showing us 2 hands. Does that make sense? Yes. Big point of emphasis to show me too, on traps. Also, when they're picking the ball up on dead balls. Also, while they're entering the paint, all great times to show me too so I'll see what's going on easily. Cool? Yes. Also, when we get rebounds, if you're just gonna karate chop them when you go for the steal, I'm gonna take the free money. Same in help D. If you'd rather chop them than be there, we're taking the free money. But a big point of nuance though, if you're dribbling up that court, that guy goes for that steal, and you're able to keep going, it doesn't take you off of your line, you're able to keep going, I'm gonna give you your advantage. Does that make sense? Yes. Are we sure? Yes. Cool. Other than that, when your teammates hit the floor, pick them up every time, hustle to every free throw lineup, every dead ball, and coming out the timeout so we can get y'all back to hooping. Fair? Hell yeah. Bring it in.
Guys, hustle.
Let's go. 2K on me, 2K on 3. 1, 2, 3, 2K.
I think going big time on the talk before the game made the world of a difference as far as timing goes, as far as safety goes, as far as just like overall gameplay and game management. I first got into reffing when I first moved to Salem. I went to the Hoop. It was just like one of those gyms in everybody town that got like all the courts. I went there for just like an open run, and then I talked to James Johnson, R.I.P. James, and he just kind of put me on like this reffing they had like games. So I started there like $10 a game, and then like maybe like week 2 or week 3 I meet my bros Rich. Ever since then, me and him just been reffing together every time I've been out here in Salem. For me, at this point, it's a little different because there's a lot of like familiarity now. Like at this point, they kind of know who I am. As far as like, I'm just consistent with, you know, how I present myself and what I want to do and what I want to say to them. And just the level of entertainment they're gonna get and the level of fun they're gonna have while they gotta come to an 8:30 game on the Sunday. Well, I think the best parts of reffing first off is being able to ref with my bros Rich. Like we got a like really unique relationship where like, this is really our only time where our lives actually can intersect and we don't got to take away from our families or whatever, and we actually get to kick it with each other. Or I get to ref with my bros Dave. Like, you know, getting to ref with him and just being on the court with my brothers is always a fun time. Then obviously like, is being out there, being with the kids, being a part of the game, more importantly. Like, I think that's the coolest thing. Like, I get to be there. I get to have the best seats in the house outside of being one of the players. Like, getting to see them more than once, it makes every time even better. And I like to yell. I get to yell and cheer for both teams. Like, nobody feels bad. Something else that I really do like, I would say special things, is the connection that we be having with the parents. The hardest thing for them is being able to watch their baby go out there and be in an environment where it's competitive, where it's physical. So like, to be able to connect with them and like make them feel comfortable and like they know like, okay, my kid's gonna be safe. My kid's gonna have fun. Not only that, I get to have fun and I get to kick it and hang out with my family and not have to worry about who's traveling. And if I am, the ref's not gonna give me a hard time, and I don't even feel like giving the ref a hard time, so sometimes. I just think the real impact is just coming from understanding that it's okay to try hard. It's okay to give your full effort and not even come out on the winning end, but it's like, I feel good. It's okay to like pick people up when they're on the floor. It's okay to be frustrated, but I'm still responsible for my decisions. And they learn these things in this little area, and then they can translate it in a different time, and it's just cool to see like the trajectory of our interactions on the court, and then hearing the parent come like even months later just talk about how I impacted their kid's life and now what they do after a talk I had with them at the end of a game. To be able to communicate with them and like let them know why I called a foul. I just boom with the hit. Like, bro, like you pushed him. So I'm about to go call him. Like, you pushed him with your arm when he jumped. I genuinely feel like I'm not a bad ref, but I also know that like there's so many things that I have no idea about. All in all, I would hope to impact the refing space and just being a part of the game, I guess. So that way they know you're a person. Like, I guess humanize the ref. Really, like, that's the best thing I can do. Just like, yo, I'm a person too. Like, you know, I'm out here watching the same game you're watching. Except I'm the only one that get paid to do it. And so y'all should stop working for free right now. This year is coming up on year 4 training camp for the Salem Capitals. Last 3 seasons I played for the Capitals, and it's been literally like one of the craziest life that I've had as far as my journey being a basketball sensei. Another story for another day. It's going to be a different challenge this year for myself and just for the team. Because one, shout out to Kyler, he signed with the Mavs. So I would love for him to come back, but hopefully he don't have to come back here. Allen also, he got a contract out in Canada, and their season runs kind of the same as ours. So we might not have Allen back at any point. Those are 2 really big spaces that we all got to step in and pitch in. So having some new faces and, you know, having some of the old guard holding it down, myself being the last player from the very first season, it's going to be special. It kind of feels like senior year in a way. So just getting ready for that mentally probably is going to be more of a stress for me than the preparation physically, because, you know, the pain come and the pain go. You know, as long as you're getting stronger, you'll be all right. I just want to have fun. And it's only a couple things out there that make me have real fun to where I can be intense and light at the same time. And I just want to focus on those things. And lucky for me, and it's kind of happening off the court too, but the things that I want to do and the things that are required of me are starting to become the same things. Training kids feeds me in a different way than like actually working on my game by myself. It's like that quote where it's like, if you can't teach it to a 5-year-old, do you really know the subject, or something like that? And when I'm talking to these athletes, I have to be able to explain it, not just like as if they're like young, their age has nothing to do with it. It's just more like, I gotta know who I'm talking to and be able to explain it in a way that they would understand, whether it be a Fortnite reference or whether it be some kind of TikTok dance or something to really connect with them. And I use those things to be able to teach them how to do these small things in basketball, to be mindful of them. When 1 become the teacher, 2 become the student. So I'm like, oh yeah, I do need to drive my knee up on that when I do that. I do need to make sure I'm low and the ball gets in a certain way. I do need to use more elbows to protect myself, so forth. I really love the feeling of seeing the kids actually grow, like in their game and like more off the court. Because obviously we're working on things on the court and it's hard to like really judge how much better they're getting without being able to see every little, you know, step they take. But to really hear back from their parents with, oh, they're doing better in school, or they've been more responsible around the house, or they've been doing their push-ups and sit-ups every night. I just got a message about how one of the players were just a lot more coachable after a conversation we had. That feeds me a lot to want to continue to do it and not worry so much about making these kids D1 superstars. They'll be as good as they're going to be with how hard they want to work. I know for sure they're going to be like decent people. I would think something that some people probably misunderstand about me would probably be just, I wouldn't say my intentions, but I would say sometimes, like, I don't know, I'm not always tripping. I'm not tripping. I'm not always tripping. I wouldn't even say that they misunderstand it because, like, you can't choose how people experience you, but I feel like that's the biggest thing. Sometimes some people might think I'm a really aggressive person depending on when they see me. Like, if you see me just talking and hanging out, and probably think I'm a really nice person. But then if you see me only in a competitive setting, you probably think I'm just this really intense person all the time. Wherever you met me at, you probably have no idea that I'm like this on the other side, and I'm a whole person.
Pre-game ref. Pre-game ref right here.
Pre-game?
Pre-gaming.
Get it right.
Getting right for the game. Get this game day. This Domo, Domo after anything hoop-wise, Domo got a 30-hour-long pep talk. Domo's staying for the athlete.
Basketball.
And you know that when the girls see you, they're like, oh, that's our favorite ref.
Yeah. That's what I love to hear. I know we're going to have a good game.
It's gonna have some fun.
Hell yeah. Oh, dude. They're not going to have fun. The team that's coming in, claps. I'm about to join them for this quick little stretch.
Boy, if you don't get your...
I like the warm-up. You can suit up if you want to. We'll bring out the bench. It's okay.
I wear an extra large jersey. I'm always down. It's my favorite age to hooper gets too. I'm undefeated.
I bet, yeah.